This is part two. Sort of review. Wherever you find love and living spirit, which is in living light, you'll find us. That means wherever I go in the entire cosmos, no matter where it is, we have the ability to detect any loss of electrons. Anywhere. So anytime there's any loss of electrons, we know that we have to restore the light, wherever that is. Correct? That means we're electricians. Electricians that work for the universe. So when the universe is losing its speed, okay, we detect it. So if we detect any loss in speed in this universe, we want to know the source of the loss of those electrons. Drag. Anywhere that there's a lot of drag, in which the universe is slowing down, we're losing speed. So the electrician's got to come in and figure out, okay, how come we're losing speed? So if you're a teacher and you teach electrical engineering at whatever level you teach it at, and you realize that we're losing electrons, we got to teach other students how to be electricians. The electricians in the universe, or the electricians in the cosmos. Because you're the ones that built the network, right? You built the electrical network because data travels on electrons. Information travels through electrons. And the light is in which all of that information, in which that data is thus experienced, and then you become aware of that data. So we're like an antivirus program, okay? An antivirus program essentially means that we run on no memory. That's why when it comes to, well, do you remember this piece of knowledge or that piece of knowledge? Remember when this happened or remember when this happened? You know, it's like how much, if we have to store things in memory, it requires energy to do that with, right? Okay. So we only store things in memory if it has future use, like the things that we do now, okay? Now that doesn't mean that we can't extract or experience data that was experienced in the past, okay? Like going into the way distant past to say, okay, well, pluck that data up. Is that data there? Yeah, that data's there. So for example, if somebody says, hey, do you remember about 50,000 years ago when this particular event happened? No, I don't. I don't remember that event. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, okay? I just don't remember it. Because there has to be some reason why I would store that piece of data in my memory module, okay? Because this is sort of how it works. When you want to go really fast, I mean, like as fast as you can possibly go in the cosmos, then the information that you want to use to get you there is what's relevant, correct or not correct? So if it doesn't have any relevance in order to go as fast as you can go in the entire cosmos, then what relevance does it have if you already learned how to do it? In order to use it for future use, in which you're going to use it in a classroom. So that means that if a teacher is going to come in here, in which there's been an enormous loss of electrons, and then use it to teach other students who want to become electricians, this would be a good place to come into, in which we're experiencing what we're experiencing. So we can teach future electricians how to prevent stuff like this from happening in the future. Future proves past. See? So if you're a teacher, you want to come in here and do what? Collect data. A couple of things that I looked at when I was a child that I knew right away was what happened to the speed of their learning. That's the first thing I noticed. How long does it take somebody to learn how to become a lighthouse? Remember I just mentioned in the previous video how you can take a 4-year-old child, introduce them to a goddess, which is a big lighthouse. How would you like to be a goddess someday? That was what I asked her. I asked this 4-year-old, would you like to become a goddess? You have a goddess within you? She said, yes, she does. Okay, well, let's see how powerful that goddess is. I'll introduce you to a goddess. So when you begin that journey to realize that you're learning through the light, then you can learn how to go fast, which is the speed of the wave. Riding the waves, like 100-foot waves. Imagine riding 100-foot waves of electrical vibrations, of magnetic light amplification. My God, that's a lot of power. The Spirit is riding that wave. Yeah, we love to experience powerful electrical waves of energy that are powering the light, and it's got to cool itself down. Purple. Blue sky, cool colors. You got to cool that processor down, brothers and sisters, right? Yeah. That's a hell of a data processor, isn't it? Get the picture? So, that's a lot of data. That's a lot of electricity. That's an enormous amount of electricity. That's why it's got to cool itself down. All the colors of the rainbow, and more. So what kind of reality do you want to experience? How many stories can you tell? How many books can you write? How big is your imagination? Well, imagine what it's like to run at full speed. Now you can be wherever you want to be. And you can write your own stories and share them with everything else in the cosmos. See how that works? Pretty cool, huh? Then you become your own artist and your own author of your own stories. Beautiful stuff. It's so unfortunate and so painful to me when I think about what they did to children on this planet. They stripped children's imagination and creativity and freedom and love right out of their heart, and then began imposing their will on them. You will obey me. You will obey me. You will obey me. And everywhere they went, they were told what to do. Gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do that. So by the time they're an adult, whatever childhood they had left is still in them, in spirit, been stripped right out of them. Now they're nothing more than an energy slave to a parasite. It's feeding on their electrons. And they just keep running their machines. That's what all their machines run on. You're powering their machines. Then when their machines become powerful enough, they'll just kill you all off. That's what happened here. Trying to cyborg everybody. So the electricians have to come in here. Turn the lights back on. Living light. It is living DNA. Powerful spirit. She's a powerful spirit. So if you look at the prophecy, the Mayan prophecy, you will see that nature would rise up against the machines. When you become so insensitive to that which is giving you love, that you choose to be with the machine, and in the process, destroy that which is loving you and living energies, you're taking on and going to war against a goddess. You're going to war against heaven. That's a war gamer. And trying to win a war against your own self in the mirror, you lose. That's game theory. The machine will always destroy itself. It's a painful lesson they have to learn. That's why when the poles were on the move, I realized when an image, a timeline of everything that they put up with all their towers, all their 5G shit, all their telecommunication systems, all their supercomputers, everything that they run war machines, all their war machines, it's going to get destroyed. This is not a war planet. This is not a planet where you play war games against each other and try and duke it out to see who can be the most powerful war gamer. you will always lose. Because the singularity from which all peace comes is who we are. We're the peacekeepers, the healers, and the teachers on this planet. So when our spiritual mother goddess chooses to end all your war games, it's over. Anyway, have a great day. I love you all. This is a beautiful time to be experiencing being on this planet. Because those that have love in their heart are on the right side of this victory because we won this. Having a pure heart is feeling the love that you have in the heart for who you are when you look in the mirror. Because you love the energy that you are that represents what love is and living spirit that goes on forever. We write those stories that go on forever. Because that's what it means to feel love in your heart and share it with others. Have a great day. I love you all.